Hey guys, and we're back. We in the bed today. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's going on? We're gonna see what we need to know, what we need to be aware of. It's time to be brave. Calm amidst the chaos. It's time to be calm amidst the chaos. Somebody is holding on way too tight. Maybe it's time for this person to be brave. Back off, voodoo. Back off, voodoo on that ass. Ghost people gotta back off. That's the voodoo that gotta back off. These ghost people. Oh, they making them back off. Magical cleaning space time. So let's see what's going on in the ethereal news. Natural world needs you in the reverse. The natural world don't need somebody. It was a tempting offer at a high price. Working too hard. Somebody was working too hard, and the natural world don't even need them. It was a tempting offer at a high price. Please don't lose hope. This person trying not to lose hope. From death comes rebirth. Transition to the spirit realm. Ooh wee. The natural world don't need somebody. They was putting in all this work on me, I'm guessing, and I still went through a death and a rebirth. Now it's this person got to transition to the spirit realm. Serendipity. Somebody is thinking about how they don't got no serendipity. We got serendipity in the reverse. They tried to go the distance and get a leg up, and I don't think it worked like that. By the book, because I do things by the book, because I'm in the upright. That's why all that glitters around me. That's why I got all this glitter around. Oh, that's what somebody can see. They're observing. Now it's time to go, because they see that I ain't the one, the two. No place like home, nigga. I made it. Co-create, period. Now it's time to co-create. Time to go for somebody else. Somebody on the outside looking in. And they can see that whoever this was that was putting in all this work, the natural world don't need them. This person was just working too hard, trying to take something that's mine. A new life. Somebody is flexible. Chaos and confusion. I get a new life. I want a new life. Higher, that's what the higher power said. Something this was not for you. They said this is not for you. That's what God told this person. They said it's not for you. You got to be flexible and with chaos and conflict. And this person was not flexible at all. That's what somebody thinking about. I want a new life, and I want it with you. And if you feel the same, and it came out flexible. I get a new life because I'm flexible. Chop wood, chopping that ass down. And if you feel the same, period. Because you got to imagine, that's all I had to do was keep my mind. Loyal heart. Because I got a loyal heart. Imagine, only thing you got to do is keep a loyal heart for you to have a new life. Imagine that. Period. Milk and honey. I'm trying to tell you, that's how you get it. That's how you get it. That's how you get the milk and honey. I'm trying to tell you. AKA serendipity. This was in reverse. Oh, now everything else. Oh, I picked it up in the reverse. This card was in the reverse. Serendipity. That's how you get this serendipity. Whoever this person that was putting in this work, they didn't have no serendipity. That's why maybe they didn't have no imagination. They not flexible. That's why they didn't get what they thought that they was gonna steal. It's giving maybe next lifetime. I guess I see you next lifetime. All right, let me look up these cards. Hold on. All right, so we got a new life. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air. Life is renewing itself because the natural world needs me. Because I'm flexible. Teachable, open-mindedness, being adaptable with compromise, without compromising what's most important. So I'm teachable. I'm open-minded, and I don't compromise what's most important. And somebody wanted me to work too hard. Maybe somebody didn't know the natural world needs me and that I deserve this new life. They wanted me to work too hard. Good thing I'm flexible. Something was just a figment of their imagination. Turning imagination into manifestation. Creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings. creative illusions. So I'm turning my manifestations into reality. This person wanted me to work too hard, and them trying to put all this weight on me made me go through a death and a rebirth. That's why my manifestations is turning into reality. Milk and honey. Taste of prosperity. Opportunities born of authenticity. Nurturing abundance. Trusting that your needs will be met. Period. Period. I can trust that my needs will be met. I can trust that I'm getting this new life because I'm flexible. My manifestations is within reach. That's why I get this transition, and somebody else is going to transition to the spirit realm, because I'm going to get this new life whether they like it or not. Period. Somebody is surprised about my occupation, about my job title and position. Somebody is surprised about my high priestess skills. That's who God appointed me to be. They wish they never came for me, because I won't get back in a relationship with this person, or they didn't know that I wasn't in a relationship with somebody, or they didn't know about my relationship with the Most High God, and that the chaos magic would be returning back to that ass. So the natural world needs me. It don't need somebody else. Somebody is a thief. They not to be trusted. The natural world needs me. And somebody left me, or they wanted me to feel left. They was doing divination. What's the abandonment? And I left this person. The natural world needs me. I left this person. That's why I'm not trapped. That's why I'm not going to jail. And somebody is surprised that with a rich girl in the reverse, how she worked with this sibling. What's the surprise? Oh, that's a awakening. Somebody is awakening that somebody is a backwards ass Queen of Pentacles, because she can't project no more that something is her love offer. These parents, somebody not my parents. This Leo is in the reverse when it comes to this money. They was all working together for this money, and it's on the internet. They're being exposed on my story time. What they awakening to about this backwards ass rich girl in the reverse? Right now, people is awakening right now that they not believing her lies no more. They know she was just projecting, saying everything about me, knowing it was her. She's not a healer. The natural world doesn't need her, and she can't heal the lies that she told, because people can see for themselves that I'm not demonic. I'm not bound, and I'm not nefarious. I'm not diabolical. And there's no confusion. Who this backwards ass rich girl? She got an entity attachment. Or she wanted to attach an entity to me so that I wouldn't be with my twin flame. She thought that that would be the way to steal him. She shouldn't have never trusted that. She tried to steal. Like I said, she tried to steal him. Who's this backwards ass rich girl? Somebody wouldn't give her a love offer, or she didn't want me to give one. But somebody won't move on, or she refusing to move on. She wants somebody to give her a love offer, and it's a no, and she refusing to move on. This person is not her soulmate. Who this backwards ass rich girl? She sold her soul to the devil for fame. And I'm not bound. Now she bound to the magic that she did. Somebody rejected her, left her alone, left her behind. A mature woman. She leaving this mature woman behind. This sister we just seen that she was working with. They was doing divination together. She finding out that, or she got a reading done and found out that I'm not a Jezebel. Somebody did death magic. They didn't know that I was genuine and authentic. Maybe this rich girl did divination, did death magic for this sister. Because this sister told her that I was a Jezebel, and maybe that I stole her contract. So she did death magic. She didn't know that I was a genuine and authentic person. She didn't know that I was innocent, sweet, and compassionate. And it got her in her thoughts because she did this death magic on me. She in guilt, remorse, and regret. She got an entity attachment. That's what got her in her thoughts. So this is giving another pick-me. One of the many. They did death magic. Now this person ain't stalking no more. Or they did death magic and I was never stalking this person. That's what this backwards ass Ice King said. He didn't want me to be able to manifest. He ain't getting what he manifested because nobody believe in his lies no more. And it got him in his thoughts. That he lost his gifts. He don't got the gift of gab no more. I still get this new life. The natural world needs me, and somebody is sick about it. They sick at the fact that I'm not sick. They sick at the fact that nobody believe in their lies no more, and I get this new life whether they like it or not. Who we talking about? This old dirty bastard. Who this backwards ass emperor? He wanted to be a boss so bad and wasn't able to steal, so he can't be the boss that he thought that he was going to be because I'm not into players. He thought I was a karmic feminine. He needed me to be karmic and into players. He needed me to be karmic and jealous and envious in order for him to get this money. And he can't cover up what he did. There's no illusions. Something is not concealed. They wasn't expecting for me to see through the veil and be independent, intelligent, fearless, and strong. They feel like my silence is mysterious. They wasn't able to control me. Working with this backwards ass Leo, their mask is ripped off. This the two booty bumping best friends. The Leo and this old dirty bastard, this the hired lover. They wasn't able to control me. They wasn't able to manipulate me. Things is out of control for these two best booty bumping friends because their mask is ripped off. I'm not the fake one here. They are. They the big fat fake phonies, not me. A nice guy. Out here posing like they nice guys, and really they're demons and devils. I'm not a lust monkey. And somebody know that. Somebody knew that. They went around saying that I was a lust monkey, and they knew that I wasn't. That's why their stability is in reverse, because they wasn't able to conflict me. What's the house in the reverse? Or somebody knew somebody didn't want me to be stable. This backwards ass community. What they knew? They knew this backwards ass community didn't want me to be stable, so that they was doing voodoo. So they was doing voodoo. And that's to be trusted. Somebody is not innocent, sweet, or compassionate. This guy here, this old dirty bastard. Who this divine masculine? Somebody trusted that a DM would be able to heal something with me. He trusted, or they told him that he would be able to come back to me, and now he finding out that that's not true. He actually lost his soul contract, his twin flame union, because he chose to be karmic. He fell from grace. He lost his divinity. They told him he would be able to come back and live this new life with me and bask in the ambiance of my labor. While I was healing, these people thought I was bound. Now they bound to the magic that they did, and everything is changing. He thought that I was going to be waiting on him and happy and can't wait for the day that he come back and then take him back, and he was going to eat off of my plate that I prepared for myself, by myself, with no help from nobody. And now he finding out that he can't get back in. How you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. This what he was working hard on? Telling lies on me, slandering me, and still unbothered. So that's what they was putting their work into, trying to lie, slander, and defame my character. And I guess I was supposed to be like, oh, well, nobody else wants me. If you want me, I guess I'll take you back. This what they was working too hard on? And he did all that work and still ain't seen as no boss. Now he don't want to be karmic no more. I wasn't supposed to know that he was karmic. How? How, Sway? Now he wish he wasn't karmic to an earth angel. He thought that this was going to be the way that he become a boss by doing death magic. He did death magic on an earth angel. And here I am, flexible, moving and grooving through that shit. Hit a sibling right here, the sister. He worked with her and that backwards ass Piclatia, that rich girl in the reverse that came out with this natural world needs me. She finding out the natural world don't need her. And she would not be getting my new life by stealing my soulmate union. These people was putting in all this work and wasn't successful. Putting in all this work because they didn't want me to be successful. They wanted me to be trapped and in jail, mentally, physically, emotionally. And now all these hoes is going to jail. And they in despair. They heartbroken. They wish they never worked for the ops. Or they finding out that I was never an op to them. Who this karmic from? A healer. He thought I was karmic, and now he finding out that I'm a healer. He wish he never worked against me for chump change because he wasn't able to control me. And he can't even come back in and act like he loved me and really marry me. Because I'm unbothered with that ass. It's a no. He was doing chaos magic. Or somebody said that I was. And that's false information. Or he thought that he can get me to marry him and be karmic by doing chaos magic on me and sending me the evil eye. I was supposed to lose my mind, go crazy, and sign over everything to him. But the magic didn't work. I'm not conflicted. This person was invested in this. They put their work, labor, and efforts into this. To doing fraud, being a fraud, so that they can do fraud. Yeah, and still, they ain't getting something out the courthouse. I was supposed to marry him and sign over my assets, and he ain't getting it. I was never, like I said, I was never an op to this person. This Aries thought she was going to get a gift, or he thought he was going to get one from working with this Aries, and that was false. Ooh, confirmation. That was false information. They wasn't able to bring me no legal issues. Because I was never an enemy to none of these people. They falsely called judgment on me and tried to crucify me. And it didn't work out. And I know it. Because I listened to my intuition. What's the legal in the reverse? In the distant future, a backwards ass rich girl ain't gonna be able to bring me no legal issues, or she ain't getting something out the courthouse. What's up with this rich girl and this legal? Working with this old dirty bastard. He was supposed to play as my emperor, but I was never jealous and envious of her. She just didn't want him to admire me. Who this backwards ass rich girl? Nothing changed. Me, I was supposed to be backwards, or they was telling people that I was, so that he can look like the one in the upright. But now people is finding out that I'm not jealous and envious, and I was never infatuated with this guy. That's why nothing changed with me, because I'm not an op. This person just wanted to buy me so that he can bask in the ambiance of my abundance, spiritually, my protection. Yeah, the chaos magic is returning back. He tried to buy me by making me crazy. This person came for me. He traveled to do this work. And it didn't work. Now he bound to the magic that he did. He wanted to bind me, and I got up out of that shit. Thanks to my extraterrestrial, otherworldly beings that surround and protect me and keep me out of the grasp of these karmics. He's not a leader no more. The chaos magic that he didn't work. And that's to be trusted. He trusted that it would. He put in all this work, did all of this, and my flexible ass bended and weaved and warped up out of that hole that he tried to put me in. Yeah, I'm not sick. He traveled to make me sick, to make me lose my mind, and that didn't work. I'm too flexible for that shit. Now you under judgment. I'm too flexible. And whole time you thought I wasn't intelligent. You thought I wasn't gonna stand on shit. I was never in my thoughts about you. I'm always 10 toes down. You just didn't want me to be a rising star. So you went around lying and slandering and defaming my character. Don't listen to nothing she says. She losing her mind. She's irrational. And you know it. And I know it. And everybody else is finding out. They said I was karmic. Exactly. An ice queen in the reverse. All because they didn't want me to be a rising star. Like I said earlier, I was never infatuated with this person. I was never obsessed. He was just part of this group, this organization. He wanted to be with me for stability. It was false that he would get a house. He already stole the house and sold it. I think that came out yesterday, that maybe this family, for working with them, they gave him a house that was left to me, and he sold it. That came out the other day, yesterday. I was never obsessed with stability. A group or organization, a backwards ass empress, was doing fraud and ain't getting something out the courthouse. What's this house? This backwards ass empress did something with this house. It's giving the sister. Could be a mama, an auntie, could be anybody. Things is changing with a house. What's the change with this house? Somebody's stability is changing because they can't glamour people no more about a contract or about what they agreed to in order to achieve a goal. I was never obsessed with this person. He was just wanted to be with me so that he can become stable. Remember, I was his retirement plan. And now things is changing because he can't glamour people about why he was in my life. He can't what's the word I'm looking for? He can't defend himself about what he agreed to do in order to achieve stability. This guy here, of course. Who this no, what was the false information? That he would get his abundance if he agreed to work with these people, and that he would get a stability. He didn't want me to get my abundance, and I still healed. That shit is dead. This person tried to take me out. In order to take me out, I wasn't supposed to love myself. I wasn't supposed to pick me. What's the abundance in the reverse? I'm not in despair. The only way he would have got this abundance is if he was able to break my heart, and I ended up healing. What's the transition? Yeah, he tried to take me out by doing death magic, rituals, and the spell work is returning back. Because I still went, and meanwhile, I'm still going through a transformation. I already went through my rebirth, and I already get this upgrade. These people was evil-eyeing me. They didn't want me to do divination. Now they can't do it no more. On an extraterrestrial, a Libra. I'm not a copycat. Somebody else is the crazy one. This sister, this mature woman, this empress. What's the divination in the reverse? A karmic masculine. He didn't want me to do divination, and there's no surprise. What's the divination in the reverse? He was expecting For me to see him as a nice guy, and it's a no. That's them glamour spells and shit. He don't have him. He's not magical anymore because he chose to be karmic. He was sending me the evil eye. I wasn't supposed to know that he was doing divination. I wasn't supposed to know that he was karmic. I wasn't supposed to know that he wasn't a nice guy and that he was sending me the evil eye, working with this family to literally kill me. Somebody is confused about it. I was supposed to be confused and under an illusion about this old dirty bastard. That didn't work because I see you as the backwards ass that you are. I'm not conflicted either. Somebody, I wasn't supposed to know that he worked with this sister and they're getting karma. Like I said, she the crazy one. And we not even related. They're all getting karma because I'm not conflicted and they work together on my flexible ass, trying to pin me down, trap me, in captive, whatever, me, so that I didn't go nowhere, so that I didn't move, so that I didn't grow. A nice guy and a Taurus is not surprised. Or the fact that he tried to play nice guy, I wasn't surprised. I'm not a lust monkey. He tried to act like he wasn't, and I seen right through that crazy ass shit. You can smell his funky ass from inside the house, driving past in a car, okay? From death comes rebirth. Somebody wanted me to have attachments and bad habits and do drugs so that I didn't go through a death and a rebirth. That's why he was being cold. All right, so we got this Ice King. He was expecting for me to have an entity attachment, and it's a no. He was expecting for me to be mad, jealous, envious, resentful, harboring emotions so that I would marry him, and it's a no. He wasn't able to control me. He didn't have the control over me that he thought he did. The chaos magic is returning back to this Ice King in a reverse because I went through a death and a rebirth. He tried to bring me endings by doing love spell on me, or it's an ending to him doing love spells, and that's a message of concern. Somebody is not a boss. He tried to bring me endings because somebody said that I did a love spell on him. What's the endings? Somebody that's a part of this group with him, or that I did love spells for stability. Now things is changing because that was false information. Exactly. All right, so now everything is changing because he found out that I never did love spells on him. You mean to tell me I lost my spirit team? I lost my spiritual gifts? He ain't know I had spiritual gifts. He lost his connection to his ancestors by going around trying to flip me in the reverse when I was already standing in my power. He lost his divinity, like I said. What's the message of concern? He wouldn't have never invested with these people to do this fraud if he knew that I didn't do love spells on him. He fighting with them now because he finding out the truth. These people crazy as hell. Or he looking at this sister like she crazy as hell. To line like this. He not surprised. Or somebody not surprised who the crazy one actually is. They was expecting something, or they wasn't expecting something to not be able to abuse me. What's the not surprised? Somebody not surprised that I'm innocent, that I'm the sweet and compassionate one. That's what they not surprised about. Because they already knew that. They already knew who I believed in, who I had my faith in. And they didn't want, that's exactly why this person ain't want to be with me. This old dirty bastard. That's who lost their divinity by rejecting me. He wish he never left me behind. Imagine that. Let's clean these. Imagine that. From death comes rebirth. Imagine that. All this work. He knew about some chaos, or he finding out that she knew that this chaos magic wasn't going to work because I'm sweet, compassionate, and innocent. Imagine that. That's what he's saying. I might title this video, Imagine That, period. That's what God said. Imagine me being connected directly to the Most High God, period. 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 You better act like you know it. You better act like you know. The fuck? Imagine that. Divine Feminine, he had no idea. He wouldn't have never worked for the ops. He wouldn't have never agreed to be a flying monkey. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. How many different ways can you say that? Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh, this him right now. But I'm never wrong. I never not get the girl I want, head ass. He didn't know. He didn't know. And he did too much. And can't even come back. Imagine that. Period. Now he want to give me a love offer. Imagine getting a love offer from a star seed. And that just so happens to be your soulmate. And you put your own self in danger. That's the motherfucking truth right there. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That's how you fell from grace. Imagine that. You ain't believe it. And your ancestors told you and you ain't even believe them. Imagine that. Backwards ass empress. Why does backwards ass empress? Oh, she glamoured herself. Imagine that. I'm cracking the fuck up to get you to like her and not want me. Imagine that. I'm cracking the fuck up. And you was on mission to get some money. That's all you was thinking about. Imagine that. That's what she said. Imagine that. Just do this work with me. Take this job. Agree to this contract. And let's get this money. And you said, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine it being, and then imagine it being plastered all over the internet by said person who you tried to take out. Imagine that. You're not optimistic. Somebody wasn't optimistic. A divine feminine is not optimistic. Something is not a hope, a wish, a prayer. I didn't know about a promise. What's this? I didn't know about this other woman. Exactly. I didn't know what this person, what this sister was hoping and wishing and praying. I didn't know that she wanted to be a role model. Shit is coming out on the internet. How she ain't want me to have a new beginning. She wish she never came for me. Or these people, somebody wish they never came for me. What's this divine feminine not optimistic? Somebody is admire, was enamored with trying to throw me out of balance and praying on my downfall. And I still healed. And somebody, because I listened to my intuition, I listened to God about how these people was trying to make me sick. That's why nothing changed. That's why they wasn't able to change me, because I listened to God. I listened to my intuition. What this divine feminine is not optimistic that these people would be able to achieve this. I'm a divine feminine. These people shouldn't have been optimistic that they would be able to achieve this by working with the devil and signing this contract. He sold his soul to the devil for fame, and the chaos magic is returning back. Imagine that. Imagine being under judgment for trying to take out a star seed so that you can be a boss. I'm cracking the fuck up. A whole boss out here. Who this ice queen in the reverse? Something is changing. Oh, he said I was an ice queen in the reverse. He said that I wasn't intellectual. He said that or these people did, that I wasn't smart, that I'm a bird brain. I'm nothing special. Don't treat her right. Don't even waste your time. She crazy. She just be flying off the hanger. You can't trust her. Whatever lies these people was coming up with. Now people can see for themselves that I'm a divine feminine and that I'm a boss and that I'm very intellectual, and now things are changing. He's not to be trusted. I was never in my thoughts about this person. I was never thinking about this Thurston, or this Thurston, that I would be thirsty for him. He shouldn't have never trusted that I would have love on the brain. He shouldn't have never trusted that he would be able to hurt me. That's what the universe said. You should have never trusted that. You shouldn't have never. Now you bound to the magic that you did because you wanted to be infatuated with getting readings, doing spell work, doing divination so that you can come up. You never expected for me to leave you behind. You thought you was being a nice guy. And when I left, that was a message of concern. That might have been the first red flag. Now things is changing because people can see the truth for themselves. Something is not somebody's destiny, or they didn't want me to make it to mine. Oh, they finding out right now that this pathway was not these people. Or they wish they never came for me right now. What's this pathway in the reverse? Unbothered. Somebody is not a part of my pathway. Or they didn't want me to get to my destiny and I didn't care. What's the pathway? Somebody knew my pathway and they didn't care. They didn't want me to be a rising star. They did too much. What's right now? People see me as exactly. They didn't know what my pathway was. They did. Now they finding out why I'm so unbothered. Somebody is not a rising star. Oh no, we started off as the natural world don't need somebody. Something ain't their pathway. They not a rising star. Give me one more. They just wanted some money. They materialistic. That's it. So they wanted to be me. So that exactly. They wanted what came with being me. Like I've been saying, like I'm going to continue to say, my protection, my energy, the way I manifest, how things naturally flow to me because I'm in alignment with the universe to receive it. That's why they worked so hard to throw me out of balance so that I didn't automatically attract the things that were on the same vibration and frequency as me. That's why they didn't want me to be able to ground myself. That came out yesterday. They didn't want me to go through a death and a rebirth. They didn't want me to get this milk and honey. Imagine that. So they did death magic on an Earth Angel Starseed Rising Star so that they could achieve their goals. Imagine that. I was too high vibing for the fuck shit. I am practical, ambitious, disciplined, patient, careful, and reserved. Somebody didn't know I had access, or they didn't want me to know that I had access because they was trying to steal my intellect. So that means that I can't show gratitude, which that didn't work because they wasn't able to gain no access because they didn't gain my intellectual properties. They wasn't expecting for me to still be happy and not confused and not under an illusion. Now somebody's not confused no more. They going to jail. They know it. They wanted me in jail, trapped physically, mentally, emotionally, mental imprisonment or an actual jail because they didn't want me to be successful. So they did death magic. Exactly. Exactly everything I just the fuck said. Anything else? Imagine that. Imagine the fuck that. Period. Imagine that. Me being of high honor. And a lust monkey. Yeah, no, that don't even sound right. They just didn't want me to be at peace. Somebody didn't do their research. They finding out now. Imagine that. I don't think this lust monkey... Did this lust... Oh, yes, it did. What's the lust... Imagine being of high honor and a lust monkey. Oh, somebody see me as high honor. They know I'm not a lust monkey. They admire me. This person lost their twin flame union, or somebody is not somebody twin flame. The voodoo is returning back. Somebody's mask is ripped off. A backwards ass Leo, a nice guy. They abandoning, jumping ship because I'm still steady moving into alignment, listening to my intuition, giving foresight through divination. Imagine that. Not somebody about to transition to the spirit realm. I'm moving into alignment and it come with a love offer. That's the milk and honey, period. Come through. Milk and honey. Next card, last card, final card. From somebody who gonna admire me, who gonna value me, who gonna genuinely appreciate me and want to be with me because they like me, not somebody that was bribed, trying to come in my life and change and alter me. This person ain't gonna try and change me. He ain't gonna try and corrupt me. Milk, transition to the spirit realm. Somebody that don't love themselves. They didn't want me to love myself so that I would be in a third party with them. And that plan didn't go as planned. Third party in the reverse. Toxic. That's how they were supposed to make me toxic. That was the poison, making me the other woman. This person wasn't going to value me. He was going to cheat on me, then blatantly, disrespectfully, lie to my face, in my face, put the bitches in my face. Just disrespectful. And that was supposed to, that would have been harmful to my vibration, to my feelings, to my emotions, to the way that I love myself if I accepted that behavior. They was doing death magic in the background, trying to steal, and they wasn't able to. They wasn't expecting for me to move on, or this person is refusing to move on. They after this gift of the earth angels. Or when I moved on, that's when he found out that I was a gift in the earth angel. They wanted me to be toxic and to be in this third party. Wasn't expecting for me to love myself. They was doing the spell work in the background, and then in the physical, in the spiritual realm, they doing death magic, attacking me spiritually. Then in the physical realm, he hot and cold, on and off, cheating, nowhere to be found, being weird, only wanted just dumb shit. Somebody had faith in this guy, that he would be able to get the job done, that he would be able to break my heart and put me in despair. That they have faith in him, that he would be able to turn me karmic, so that I wouldn't get my abundance pack, so that they can steal it. But surprise, surprise, I actually was never obsessed with this person. It was fun while it lasted, and that's about it. And it got somebody hot 99. Why they mad? Because he wasn't able to bring me endings. And now he mad because he wasn't able to bring me endings. It was a lot riding on this for not only him, for everybody. I don't see him as my divine masculine. He's an impersonator. He's a big fat fake phony. He's a stalker, exactly. He's not a leader. I don't see you as a leader. You would not be able to dominate me. He didn't know that I was a divine being, or he was supposed to dominate me and I was supposed to lose my divinity. And either one of those worked out. This person is just a fucking stalker, and that's exactly what you're going to jail for. Putting cameras in my house, putting me and my children on the dark web, making AI videos to the people who subscribe to the channel to watch me live, walking around and doing whatever in the fuck my house. Making AI videos once I moved so that you can keep your subscribers and continue to steal money by trafficking me. You're going to jail. You are not successful with your plan, working with this backwards ass Pisces that hired you so that they can get out of jail. All you hoes is superficial, and you can't project on me no more. Nobody sees you as an ally or a friend. I wasn't alone. I'm never alone. I'm not abandoned. And these people was trying to run away, avoid, and escape what they did, what they was all invested in when it comes to the angel, the spirit guide. What did you do? They don't want to answer that. Especially not now that people know the truth. That's why they don't want to answer. If nobody knew, they'd have no problem. They just lie, right? But they can't lie anymore. Milk and honey. The chaos magic is returning back. 2, the divine feminine. Milk and honey. 4, the divine feminine. They didn't know. I'm cracking the fuck up. They didn't want me to get this milk and honey. And only way for them to get it is to flip me in the reverse. Like I just said, for me to take my divinity. This the same card. Different deck. The milk and honey goes to the divine feminine. They didn't want it to. Now they not optimistic no more. They're going to be able to buy me and get this job done. Because of who I am. And who protect me. I was never obsessed with this person. I never cared. Milk and honey for the divine feminine. I'm cracking the fuck up. And this is how you decipher who the real one is. Since it's a whole bunch of big fat fake phonies walking around here trying to act like they me and shit. This is how you decipher who is the milk and honey and who is the big fat fake phony. And that's the motherfucking truth right there. That's the motherfucking truth right there. One do the work and one don't. One do spell work and one don't. The fuck? This person don't do the work. They do rituals. In order to come off like they sweet, compassionate, and innocent. But really, they a dark high priestess. A high priestess in the reverse. They manipulate people. They lie to people. They use people. They misuse their gifts. One is protective and one ain't. Somebody didn't do their research. So, what's the divine feminine in the upright? Rich guy in the reverse. Divine feminine in the upright. Speaking straight facts. The divine feminine in the upright is talking about this backwards ass rich guy that was talking shit about me. I'm not lying. This guy really is an emotional manipulator. They really did hire him to be my lover. He really did work with my secret society cult, like magic slanging, death magic throwing family to take me out so that they can get my milk and honey. And then he had his own side jobs going on as well. He stole my identity, my kids' identity, ran my credit to non-existent, He got houses and cars in my name. He stole houses. I mean, my family's been doing this my whole life. That's just his part, his own side mission. He didn't know that they had been doing that my whole life. Yeah, no. That's speaking straight facts. That's true, right? These people didn't want me to go through a transformation. They didn't want me to get my upgrade, my milk and my honey. They didn't want me to get it. And they needed me to be obsessed with him in order to get the job done. And remember, they had faith in this mature man, that he would get the job done. Divine Feminine. Love offer. Like I just said, they hired him to date me and to do spell work on me and to be the inside man. But he's not able to copycat me. I was never the copycat. This person is the copycat. I'm the real deal Holyfield out this bitch. Read the bottom of the card. Real deal Holyfield out this bitch. We're going to get to her raggedy ass. Copycat in the reverse. I'm not a copycat. That's why I don't care. Because I don't have... What you going to say about me that people already don't know, that I already ain't said, or that I won't say? What I got to hide? That's why I don't care. Because it is what it is. Like I told this nigga when I first met him, you see what the fuck you get, nigga. You see me in my house dress? Just know I got 6 more of these that I wear every goddamn night. The fuck ain't no glitter and gold over here. It is. But not, you can't see it. You have to experience it. That's why I don't care. Because I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I'm not worried about nothing. I don't have nothing to lose. That's why I'm still achieving my goals. Minding my business and doing what I've been doing. These people can't do what they've been doing. Because they've been doing, acting like they was me. And they can't do that no more. Because you guys can see me. They wasn't able to abuse me. They shouldn't have never trusted that. I'm still achieving my goals. I was never doing voodoo. The voodoo is returning back. Or I don't do voodoo. Somebody lost their divinity. The voodoo is returning back because he worked with this person to copycat me. They invested with each other. That's why you're getting fucked up like this. That goes. And we can't lead them out. Working with these parents who ain't even my parents. We can't forget them. Let's get some on them real quick. He finding out that somebody ain't my parents. He didn't know that they was lying to him. He did chaos magic for these people to give me an entity attachment. A mature woman and a Leo. With the parents in the reverse. He not happy. He under judgment. He wasn't expecting to be under judgment, or he didn't know that they was doing something in the courthouse. What's the courthouse? Chaos magic. He didn't know that they was already doing chaos magic over a court case. Maybe he didn't know that he was a twin flame. Oh, he didn't know about our contract. He didn't know we was twin flames, or he wouldn't have never did this chaos magic. Because in all reality, if we twin flames, that's 2 bodies in 1 soul. So whatever you do to me, inadvertently, you're actually doing it to yourself. Courthouse. This Jezebel, this sister, didn't want me to go through a transformation and didn't want me to be in a union. That's this sister. Or it could be this mama or this auntie. Didn't know I was chosen or didn't tell him. Who this Jezebel? Somebody got legal issues for being a Jezebel. Something is not their destiny. Oh, this person, this sister that we just seen that earlier. That's why my pathway is my pathway, because I'm sweet, compassionate, and innocent. This sister is a Jezebel. That's why this is not her pathway. Because you're not pure, you're not clean, you're not innocent, you're not sweet or compassionate. You raise hell. You cause conflict. You're conflicted now because you're sick. Or you sick. You wanted to fight with me because you sick. You mad that I'm an angel. What's this conflict? Or not a fighting with this person because he's sick. Oh, didn't it come out the other day that she got him sick? And now they fighting because he found out that I was his spirit guide and that I'm really a role model. Ooh, child. And he lost his soulmate union. He found out that this sister ain't even related to me for real. And that she's a big fat fake phony. She's a fraud. She was doing this fraud and wasn't even scared. Wasn't even guilty doing this candle magic. And that shit returning back. Soulmate in the reverse. He would have never left me. I'm cracking the fuck up. That's what you get. Because wasn't you with her as a way to try and get back at me anyway? So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The fact that you were even that childish to think of that. 44:33 on the clock. Somebody don't love themselves and it's all over the internet. Or these people didn't want me to. They wanted me to block me and hinder and interfere in my life. Or this is, people was finding out this is why they was trying to block me. Because I'm an angel, spirit guide, and they didn't want me to expose their dirty deeds. How they a secret society, cult-like family that be sacrificing their friends and family members. Sure do. Let me get one more shuffle. Yep. Don't trust these people. They shouldn't have never trusted that they would be able to block me. So we got this divine feminine in the reverse now. Who does divine feminine in the reverse? A backwards ass Libra. Indecisive, changeable, gullible, easily influenced, flirtatious, and self-indulgent. Backwards ass divine feminine. Nothing changed. Speaking straight facts. So they was going around saying that I was backwards for money. That's what he was paid to do. And these people was also lying and slandering, defaming my character because they were stealing in the background. The lies and defaming me was just to distract people from the truth, of course. What's up with this Ice Queen here? Speaking straight facts about this divine masculine and why nothing changed with this money and where it go. Relationship and how they set him up to be in a relationship with me to make me feel isolated, abandoned, and alone. He was never my friend. These people was not nobody allies. They can't project, or they don't see them as friends no more. They can't project on me no more because people watching my story time on the internet, and these people was trying to run away, avoid, and escape what they did. Work on this magical motherfucker. They were all superficial. Or they finding out that he just superficial. He just was trying to steal this money. That's why he was talking shit. But he wasn't able to attach something to me. And there's no confusion. I'm not confused. I'm not under an illusion. I know who these people really are. So it was a bad investment. What's the work, labor, and efforts in the reverse? Because I'm gifted. And these people tried to control me. How you going to control somebody who can read your mind? How you going to control somebody who know what you're doing? How you going to control somebody that you can't lie to? That go to you. And wasn't even guilty. He didn't know that I wasn't a lust monkey. Oh, that's why he thought it was okay. Because of the lifestyle that I indulged in. He thought it was okay to treat me like this. What's the gift? A gift. Somebody didn't invest with these people because they knew that I was gifted. They knew these people wasn't my family. What's this? What's the investment in the reverse? Job. They offered this person a job and they didn't take it because they knew that I was gifted. And they was trying to say that I was crazy. Somebody job, oh, they tried to give him a job to say that I was crazy. And he knew that I would, whoever this person is, knew that I wasn't fucking crazy, that I was actually gifted. And I'd be calling these people on their shit and telling the truth. And they didn't like that. He knew that. He knew that these people wasn't my soulmate. He not surprised to find out that this shit is over with. The Ice King in the reverse is awakening to the fact that they ain't gonna be able to steal. This person was doing death magic, and I ended up moving on from this cool guy. Now this authority figure is looking into this emperor. He got faith that this person is the mad one. Everything he was saying about me is really him, because I'm not the one going through endings. That's how he know about this contract. Who really took it? The person who life fucked up. I'm innocent. Exactly. I'm the boss, the real one. And this Empress is backwards. Don't forget her ass. What's the manipulation? A karmic femme. Maybe they wanted this person to manipulate me. Investment in the reverse. Under judgment. So that they can get some out the courthouse and they ain't getting it. Or this was the plan. Either this happened. It probably both. It happened to somebody. They tried to hire this person and he didn't invest because he knew who I was. Or this is, and then they went to this guy over here. And they ran the same spew and he went for it. Soulmate in the reverse. Abundance. These people ain't my real family. They just got me because they been stealing my whole life. And that's to be trusted. Occupation. Somebody's job was to act like they liked me. So this is multiple people that they've done this with. Somebody wasn't optimistic. They not surprised that I would awaken and that they would go to jail. This cult, they don't want to be a part of it. This priest, because I'm not a lust monkey. Or he either wished this was somebody else or this the same person that he wished. Courthouse in the reverse. Death magic. He didn't know that he would be under death judgment, or he would have never did no death magic. He would have never sold his soul to the devil for fame. If he knew he would have lost his soulmate union, if he would have knew that we was twin flames, he tried to achieve this goal. He didn't know that I was a divine being. He didn't know that he wouldn't be able to make me feel abandoned or alone because I'm the Empress. Ooh, this mature woman here, this Empress, period. Empress love offer. Child, you were supposed to give the Empress a love offer and have a child. I'm not a narcissist. Oh, or a Empress is gonna get a love offer and have a new beginning. This the milk and honey. They said next, because these people wasn't able to set me up. He was contracted to set me up and wasn't able to get the job done. He didn't know that I was the setup. These thieves. He was supposed to steal from me. He was the materialistic one. Or the only way they would have been able to steal is if I was materialistic. Who this mature woman? Not a lust monkey. Me. The bag. The star seed. Period. I'm the bag out this bitch. Love offer. Somebody didn't want to invest. They didn't want to have kids. They didn't want to create nothing to me. Or to me. Wow. They didn't want to create nothing with me. And that's the truth. False narrative in the reverse. That's not a lie. And I was totally unbothered. I was cool with that. I didn't mind. Okay, this ain't what you want. I'm cool with that. Go where you want to be. Yeah, I steady moving into alignment. And that made this person want to hurt me. Because I didn't chase him. Because I didn't run after him. Because I was cool with letting him go. He wanted to harm me. And now you know. He was working for the ops. All these people was ops. And they was infatuated with blocking my finances. And it's a no. Somebody knew that a flying monkey was infatuated with blocking my finances. And they all fighting. Or now that these people know the truth, once they see this video, they're going to be fighting with these people. They're going to be fighting with him. Because they see me as an angel, as a spirit guide, guiding and teaching people. And him as low vibrational. That was a good one.